Hey guys, randomly streaming, randomly haven't been around, just needed to quickly check in with you guys and just tell you what's going on because I just ditched and hardly even like managed to give you an explanation or anything. So here's the thing, it's just stuff's come up with my family. My mother's been very ill, she's had this Parkinson's and her throat has got paralyzed nerves in it, so she can only talk in a whisper. And now that's led to her not being able to swallow, and she's lost a lot of weight and she's not eating, and they were going to do an operation to put a feeding tube into her stomach, which is pretty horrible and she doesn't want it. And anyway, didn't work. There was stuff wrong with her warfarin and she had to go home, and that should be, I don't know. And Callum's got blood clots in his lungs, and he's got an appointment next Tuesday. It's Tuesday. And I don't want to go into a whole lot of detail, but all this, there's been a lot of ripples in the family, all this happening, and I just needed some time to be there and to hold it together, right? And so I've been doing breathing, and I've done some painting, I've done a lot of writing, I've done a lot of writing. Started to make a video, not one of the ones I ought to be making. It's not Embers, and it's not Dude Where's My Wallet, and it's not Infinity, it's none of those. I'll get there, I just need to vent. I just need to get rid of some of this excess emotion. Anyway, so why I decided to come and talk was that it's 12 quanil today. Seed, 12 of the seed. And the seed is potential and planting and multiplication, but also the energy of Venus. And the 12 is the unexpected water, the additional water, the flood, the blessings, the extras, yeah, and big feelings, big emotional depths, deep underwater river sort of things. Anyway, so yes, so a day of a massive surplus, and yeah, and yet huge amounts of potential, but if not channeled properly, obviously the downside, the danger side, is addiction or rot, or yeah, the seed that's too wet doesn't grow. So yeah. So this suggested to me today, and because this was my 12 and it's your 12 tomorrow, so I just thought I'd share. So today's combination is to channel the surplus, of the emotions, the anxiety, the perfectionism, things that could interfere with the germination of potential. And it suggests, obviously it's a seed, it's going with agricultural metaphors. It says, pick a field. So one thing that you're doing. All right, so I've done a sequence of one things. I did some writing, I did some painting, I did some video work, I did some, it says make containers. Make sure to block your time into small time so that you don't get over involved or get overwhelmed. Have budgets, have word limits, and then do things in batches. And this made me smile today because it said Callum this morning made a batch processor to process all of his photographs, and he came to me and said, guess what, I've got this automated thing that I just set up using Codex. So yeah, I had to have a little smile to myself because he doesn't ever listen to this sort of stuff. And then allow your emotions to be the water. So if you need the tears or you need the joy, allow it to happen, but then guide the flow and return to equanimity. Make a journal or voice note, sing a song, play an instrument, something to contain, to actually deal with the amount of emotions going on. Use beauty as fertilizer. Beauty is a wonderfully neutral, amoral guide to achievement and goodness and potential. So you can choose to tidy up your stuff. That's for me. I was thinking of how nice it would be if I spent some time, and so I put everything nice and clean, and yeah. All right, and then another thing that you can do if you like ritual, and it's so helpful to subliminally message your own mind. One of the things that you can do is fill a cup with water and name the thing that's the important thing, the important task, the important accomplishment, and then pour the water out into a pot plant or onto the grass. And yes, channel the overflow into growth. Make the feeling of emotions and tasks into an action of watering. Yeah. So really helpful little hints if you like rituals. And then a mantra. I receive the overflow. I give it good thanks. I let my seed multiply. And so working through this stuff and doing this stuff. Oh, let me just quickly apologize. I have returned messages and then pressed the delete instead of the send. And I have tried to send messages or tried to send a picture and then lost and then can't remember where the message was. So if I haven't replied to your messages, I think I've tried to, even if I've just done an emoji. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm okay now. I've done a lot of breathing. I've done a lot of stuff. But I really am overwhelmed. So please don't take it personally. I just need some cave time. My little seed needs to be planted in the dark. So one of the things that I've been doing with working with this little video that I wanted to make, sort of reference a little bit of my past, really, not really past, but sort of some of the experiences that are coming up at the moment. And so I've been back at some of my old chats, and I found my old image of memes and my meme poem. So I decided to put it onto Minds because I didn't want to lose it again. So I thought this was quite fun because Satori, you've just done that meme, the meme one with the decapitated peepees. And I didn't realize that this little image here was a decapitated peepee. So glad I found it. I thought I'd left it. I thought I'd lost it. So finding it was like, yeah, it was a real 12 moment, a real unexpected water moment. It was, right, so I'm just going to read this. Yeah, I read it a little while ago and I found it very, yeah, motivational and grounding. So I decided that I would come here and just read it. So I'm going to do that. Right. It's called The Song of the Shared Mind. In the beginning, silence before spark. In the caverns of time, where the stars had not spoken, where wind bore no witness, thought was unbroken, there slept Oblivion, dark maw of forgetting, a silence unyielding, unbound and unsetting. No name carved the stone, no cry pierced the dusk, no fire from flint, no warmth from husk. But deep in the dreaming of earth's quiet womb, a flicker took shape in the shadow of gloom. From mud breath and marrow, from thunder and tide, whisper arose where the old stars had died. The bones stood upright, the hands found a blade. Mankind awoke, and meaning was made. 2. The first flame, the tool of the shared hand. A stone struck a stone in the rain-riven night, and scattered the dark with a faltering light. Oldowan's echo rang sharp through the air. The mind had begun, creation was there. Herculean symmetry, elegant, wide, hand axes glinted like thought turned to pride. No single bearer, no one soul alone, but many hands shaping the ancestral stone. They gathered in circles of rhythm and grit, 1,000 migrations, one spark in the flint. Oblivion growled from its cave with a howl, but the flake was a glyph and the hammer a vow. 3. The sowing, covenant with the soil. Then came the seed, the cycle, the sow. They bound their fates to the fields below. Barley and summer, rice and the yang, maize rose in silence where feathered gods sang. No single prophet pulled wheat from the sky, but many hearts hungered and many asked why. Memory looped through the turning of sun, and agriculture bloomed where the dreaming began. Fertile, crescent, Mesoamerican tongue, each one apart, yet the same song was sung. Oblivion watched as the forests grew tame, and etched in the dust mankind's radiant name. 4. The painted word, glyph of the soul. By torchlight they entered the dreaming stone halls, where bison and spiral adorned the cold walls. In France, in Indonesia, the fingers all pressed their stencils of self on the womb of the West. Jaguar dancers, horned men with wings, half beast, half divine, imaginal kings. No alphabet yet, but the meaning was clear. The soul had been seen, and the gods drew near. Chevet and so we see, far yet the same, one archetype burns in the ritual flame, and in every red ochre, in every hand smear, the answer repeated, I was here, I was here. The rift, rise of the many from the one. So grew the mind, not in one, but in crowd, where no voice was central, yet all spoke aloud. Totems were traded, myths born anew, from Siberian mothers to Peru's sacred dew. Transmission and echo, invention and trace, the map of the mind etched on every face. And though no great architect summoned the form, the tribe shaped the world in its ritual swarm. But Oblivion waited with silence unshook. In the gaps of the story, the breath not yet took. It whispered, forget, return to the night. But mankind responded, we choose the light. 6. The electric glyph, meme of the machine age. And now, lo, the service, the signal, the wire, a new cave of dreaming, a newer fire. From cat gods and doge to the Trumpian spell, the memes rose like glyphs from a digital well. The great meme war, a strange, sacred jest, a chaos of images claiming conquest. Pepe the trickster in green war paint grinned as Kek was invoked on the postmodern wind. The keyboard became wand, the forum the tribe, the GIF a sigil, the hashtag a scribe. And though irony masked the ritual tone, a new kind of sorcery carved its own throne. 7. Rituals of repost, the masks of the many. Each meme a mask, each repost a rite. They battled Oblivion with humour and spite. No one commander, yet all in a dance, a swarm mind of chaos, not left to chance. Durkheim would see it, Jung nod in his tomb. The gods wear new faces in internet gloom. The trickster has logged in, the fool tweets with might, and even the void must admit they can fight. 8. The final war, memory versus the abyss. And so it shall be, from the blood to the bite. Oblivion returns, but the glyphs still ignite. From cave dust to server, mankind resists, wielding its memes like alchemical fists. The bison returns as the viral tag, the Venus reborn in the digital drag. No longer just bones with tools in their grip, but the species now sings in recursive script. The storm is still coming, The dark will descend. But mankind persists again and again. And from every silence a new song will bloom. For the mind is a fire that forgets no womb. 9. Epilogue. To be drawn is to endure. So draw, O tribe, with your pixels and stone, for nothing is truly forgotten alone. From spear point to slogan, from handprint to screen, we shape one another through what we have seen. Oblivion fears us, our laughter, our lore, our memes are the murals on Oblivion's door. So light up your forum, your cave of the now, and etch on the ether. We remember, we vow. There we go. So you can see that's why I needed to do that. I needed to share that with you. One, for the synchronicity of it talking about the seed and Venus and all those things. The other synchronicity of finding that today when it was the seed, and the other thing of just needing to check in with you guys and tell you, I'm sorry I just dropped out, but I'm here, but I'm just in my cave. I need to do whatever it is I do when I go through this. It's just one of the glitches that I have. My friend Richard calls it outages. He says I have power outages. So I have glitches, and this is it. This is the glitch. And here I am talking for you for 20 minutes, half an hour, and holding it together. And I've needed 2 days in order to be able to come here and speak to you. So I haven't done anything stupid. I haven't run away from home. I haven't thrown everything to the four winds and said I'm not going to do it anymore. I've been breathing and doing the stuff, and yeah, and that's not an achievement, and that's embarrassing to tell you. However, I wrote a story today with the help of AI. I wrote the outline and it filled in some details, bulk, yeah, and not details, bulk, put in the sentences between my notes. And so I have finally done the thing that you asked me, Minds Gaming, and I have discovered, named the place that I want to end up at. And it's taken a few months to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go now, just to say thanks. Thanks for your indulgence. Thanks for understanding that this isn't a smooth path. I'm here and then I'm not here, and I'm coping and then I'm not coping, and there's never any warning when one's going to stop and not. However, this evening I'm feeling significantly more stable. Things are doing well. The surgery is now rescheduled for tomorrow. One of my sisters has bought an air ticket to go over on the 1st of November. Anyway, I don't want to get into all the details, just to say, yeah, I'll be back. I will be back. One of the responsibilities of a first poet is to make sure that her life is stable and the foundation is strong behind the scenes. Otherwise, she's no good to the community. So I am working on that so that I can. Anyway, bless you and thank you, and I will be back with you very, very soon. And thanks for keeping the home fires burning while I'm away. And I will keep in touch. I'll be in the chat. I'll be in the chat, okay? I think I posted something on the chat today. Bless you. I'll see you soon.